Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, Joe Jonas officially filing for divorce from Sophie Turner, what he's asking for when it comes to their children.
Plus, Can Culinary Cabaret is giving us a sneak peek of their award-winning show, The Hitchcock Hotel, where they got their inspiration for this haunting production.
Then we're giving you a look at the film Mountainside, named Best Northwest Feature Film at the Spokane Film Festival, where you can catch its local premiere this month.
And we're putting our baking skills to the test, how to take your home treats up a notch with the Vintage Baker. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make your day.
Hey there, happy Wednesday. I'm Mireya Garcia.
And I'm Carly Henderson, and we have to give a big happy birthday to Mireya.
I love birthdays. I'm
yes.
happy it's my birthday.
Oh, I love this pic. Well, we love you, and I love getting to host this show with you and go all around Western Washington and all the fairs.
Yes, I love that picture of us. Look at that. Aw,
Yes.
oh, the birds.
Okay, yeah, with so many memories. Oh my
Look
gosh.
at the team. I just, you and the whole team have made me feel so special today. Our EP, Bhavisha, came in with balloons and her beautiful personality, and I was like, this is the best day ever.
It is. Happy birthday. I hope you have the best year ever, too.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, well, from all that joy, we got to talk about something a little less joyful.
Suck the joy out.
Suck the joy right out, that's right. So, yes, it all started with a bunch of rumors, but it has now been officially confirmed. After 4 years of marriage, Joe Jonas filed for divorce from Sophie Turner.
That's right. So the filing says that their marriage is irretrievably broken. Joe's asking for joint custody of their children, and he wants a judge to determine what is fair when it comes to child support. So the two just posted identical statements on their social media accounts this morning, reading, "After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly, this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children." So coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to be checking in with TMZ. They broke the story originally. They've been tracking it very closely. So we've got questions for them that we need answers. I feel like yesterday we were really holding out hope. Maybe they were going to work it out. Joe's wedding ring was on.
I know.
He dedicated a song to her just over the weekend at his show. I felt like there were maybe some last-ditch efforts happening, but sadly, it is not going to work out.
And we will do the deep dive here in a few minutes, but I know that even the best of people, when kids are involved, it can get really difficult. It can get really messy. So really, we're just wishing everyone the best at this point.
Absolutely. And they were really young, when they got married. She was 23 when they got married, and they'd been together for a while before that as well. So some people are mature enough when they're 23 to get married, but, he was quite young as well. So lots of factors, but we'll keep you posted in just a few minutes. We'll be chatting with TMZ.
All right. We'll look forward to that. And, Taylor Swift's upcoming concert movie, that could have a record-breaking opening weekend, but would we expect anything less?
No.
Honestly, okay? According to The Hollywood Reporter, some theater owners believe Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour movie, that will open to $100 million in ticket sales. Okay, these are the estimates right now, and that would break the record for the top-grossing concert film at the domestic box office. That's currently held, actually, I was a little surprised, but I guess maybe not. Justin Bieber's Never Say Never has that record right now. And the report says that pre-sale tickets have already brought in $70 million. That film, of course, premieres October 13th.
Back to the joy. I love it.
Back to the joy. We like to live there.
If I were a betting man, I would say that Taylor Swift's concert film will surpass Justin Bieber's. And here's why. Everybody loves Taylor Swift. Women, men, moms, daughters, and a lot of her fans are millennials, and millennials have more disposable income. So some people might not even just see it once. They might see it multiple times, and I could see it I think it'll do really well.
The math is mathing. I think you're 100% right. We're very excited to see it. And again, I've said this before, but I really support this specifically because there was a lot of pressure for people to spend money that maybe they didn't have, or maybe they just couldn't get the tickets. So this is a way to experience this concert. And, you know, we've been chatting about how people are definitely going to dress up and do the bracelet thing and dance. So you're going to get the vibe and at a fraction of the price, really.
I'm glad, because you know what? We worked hard on those bracelets. They weren't that easy for us to make. We're not that crafty, so we'll get to have another run with them, you know?
That's right.
All right, Oprah and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they are dealing with a lot of backlash over a charity that they started together to help people impacted by the Maui wildfires. So last week, they launched the People's Fund of Maui. They were asking people to donate after kicking it off with $10 million. But these posts are receiving major backlash on Instagram and on TikTok, with people criticizing them for asking fans to donate. Commenters say that the pair could donate all the money they needed and make it all back within a year.
Interesting. All right. Well, we are learning Bob Barker's cause of death. TMZ reporting that he died as a result of Alzheimer's disease. He was 99 years old. So he hosted, of course, The Price is Right, as so many of us remember, for 35 years, as well as being a known animal rights activist. And he will be laid to rest next to his wife in the Hollywood Hills.
Arnold Schwarzenegger says he nearly died when undergoing a third heart surgery just before filming 2019's Terminator: Dark Fate. So he says he was in the middle of what he called a medical disaster. The 76-year-old was born with a congenital heart defect and credits his recovery to a positive attitude and a good support system. How scary.
Yeah, I didn't know that about him, but, you know, I think it's something. I've known people in my life that have heart conditions, and it's always really stressful because sometimes those things, you don't know if something could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All righty. Well, in other news, How I Met Your Father, that will not be returning to Hulu. So after 2 seasons, the How I Met Your Mother spinoff, it has been canceled. The series star, of course, Hilary Duff, and, you know, her character was Sophie, and the whole idea was that she was telling her son the story of how she met his father. Unfortunately, the 2nd season ended without revealing who Sophie ended up having a child with. Unclear at this point why exactly the show was canceled. And, you know, they usually have shows like this that are streaming really like rabid fan bases. People love it. But sometimes the numbers just aren't adding up.
I know. It really bums me out that this is canceled because as a former, you know, Disney Channel kid, I'll like watch anything that Hilary Duff does, all of her projects. And I watched the 1st season of this. I thought it was so cute and so wholesome and like a little corny, but in the you know, world where there's shows like The Idol and Euphoria and these other great sort of dramas that are very heavy, I felt like How I Met Your Father was a really like nice, light change, just something, a feel-good show to put on. So I'm really bummed that they canceled this before I had the chance to even finish it. But I feel like they're going to need to revive it somewhere and tell us who the father is. You can't just not, a show that is like based on a mystery that we are finding out, you can't just not tell us the answer.
I'm really hopeful that somebody else will pick it up, I have to say. But you know what? I do know that there was a lot of pressure to have it be very similar to How I Met Your Mother, which had a very successful run for years and years. And now I enjoyed both shows, but I'll tell you, my husband and I started watching How I Met Your Father together, and he dipped out. Something about it was not connecting with him, and he couldn't figure out what it was. But I do think that the comedy, like you said, was a lot campier, and I think that made it just a little different.
See, I never watched How I Met Your Mother, so I never did. So I really I didn't have any sort of like expectations going into it. I was just like, let's see what the show's about. And I really enjoyed it, but maybe Netflix or someone else will buy it from Hulu and Disney and revive it because we need answers.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. The 6th and newest ship on Disney's cruise line has been unveiled. It's called the Disney Treasure, and it takes inspiration from the movie Aladdin. It has an adventure theme, and it features character sculptures of Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Disney promises one-of-a-kind new immersive family entertainment, world-class dining, and a theatrical tableside experience. Treasure officially set sail in December 2024.
Wow. I will say this, you know, I know that a cruise is not for everyone, But themed cruises like this, if you have children that are like the right age, or if you're like a Disney adult yourself, there's always something to do. And that is so nice that you don't have to like figure out like, what are we gonna be up to today? Like there will be an activity, no problem.
Yeah, I know we're both not like the biggest cruise girlies, but I do feel like if I went on a cruise, I would want it to be like a concert themed cruise or some sort of other thing too. I mean, going to Alaska would be really cool on its own. I'm not counting it out. I might do it, but it would be like extra good to have something to be around a bunch of people who love the exact same things as you.
Yes,
you know?
I think that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right, coming up on Studio 13 Live, we're putting our baking hats on our little heads just in time to frost the perfect cookie with the vintage baker.
Yes, but first we're going to be checking in with TMZ and getting the latest on the Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner divorce. What they're hearing from their sources right after this.
Don't gotta wait today.
It is time to take a look at what is popping in celebrity news.
And for that, we're bringing in Fabian Garcia from TMZ. Hi, Fabian.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, good to see you. Lots going on with Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner after the divorce was confirmed. You know, they released a statement this morning saying it was mutual. What do your sources say led up to it? And I'm hearing there's a rumbling about new ring footage.
Yeah, whether it's amicable or not, I guess remains to be seen. But they're saying publicly it's amicable. What we're hearing is that there's some things going on that led up to this, which don't sound all that amicable to me. So here's what we're hearing from, kind of from Joe's sort of world, I guess you could say. He feels that their lifestyles are different and that they've been different for quite a long time now, including this alleged kind of inclination of hers, Sophie's, I should say, to kind of party a little bit. And whereas he's not really into that anymore, he's more of kind of a homebody, stay-at-home kind of guy. Like they have a family now, they have 2 young children. So this seems to be kind of a big wedge. And to your point about the ring camera, yeah, we're hearing that somewhat recently, Joe stumbled across something on a ring camera. What exactly that is, I can't really say, but something he heard recently on a ring camera that told him, yeah, this marriage is over. And obviously that was proven in the fact that he filed for divorce in Miami just yesterday. So yeah, it's, she says amicable. Their statement says amicable, but we'll see how it kind of plays out in court, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can say all sorts of things. I feel like TMZ obviously has been on the ball here. A lot of us fans, though, were hoping it wasn't true, but we
broke the story over the weekend that they were headed for divorce. As it turns out, that did turn out to be true, despite Joe kind of seemingly throwing some smoke screens. He posted a photo on Labor Day, I believe, and it was a photo of him and his brothers. And in that photo, he's wearing his wedding band. It's unclear when that picture was taken, what he was trying to telegraph, but obviously he was, I guess, trying to throw people off the scent. Doesn't matter. Everyone sees it now for what it is. He's over with the marriage. He's through with it.
Yeah. So Joe and Sophie, I feel like they were so private. They had a lot of things that they kept private, especially when it came to their kids. What did the divorce document say about their children?
It's interesting. So, and we heard this too. We reported this over the weekend. So, Joe and his brothers, they're on tour now. It's like the big Jonas Brothers comeback kind of thing. And apparently over the past 3 months, Joe has been the primary caretaker of their 2 young kids, who, by the way, are like babies. Like one kid is like 1 year old and another is like 3. So they're like very, very little. And he noted this in his divorce documents. He says, yes, the children have been with me, the father, of late. I've been kind of just watching over them. Now, it's worth noting, Sophie is in London. She's like shooting a project right now. So it's not like she's just abandoned the family or anything like that. But he is making a point to say, I've been watching the kids, even though I've been kind of on tour. Now, as far as child support and things like that, Joe says in his docs, look, we're both rich as hell, which is true. We both have the means to afford to care for our children sort of mutually and equally. And he wants a Florida court to decide what's fair, but to basically obligate both of them to pay. He's also asking the court to set up a fair kind of parenting plan. He doesn't really indicate what he wants exactly. He does say shared custody, joint custody. That kind of goes without saying. But yeah, he's asking the court set up a parenting plan that gives equal and mutual access to both of our kids on both sides. And as far as money, it's not really an issue. We can take care of our kids between ourselves. But he is making a point to say, I've been watching the kids, which is very interesting, which I suspect will lead to kind of an acrimonious custody thing, but we'll see what comes of that.
Yeah, that's what I see kind of happening too, but it's hard to say until it happens. Now, of course, the Jonas Brothers are also known as a group. Their wives, also known as kind of like a group of friends. They hang out, their family. Have any of them said anything about this yet?
No, and I'm sure you guys would have seen it by now too. It's been radio silence from everybody, the brothers, including their wives. It's kind of awkward though, because you got to figure well, the brothers are obviously on their brother's side. That kind of goes without saying. But the wives, maybe there's something there because, the girls get together and maybe there's some split feelings on that. We'll see. But I imagine for the ones who are still married and they're going to kind of put on this calculated, united front. I don't imagine anybody kind of breaking the narrative or anything like that. But so far, no one said anything. Sounds like they're just kind of letting Joe and Sophie deal with it privately on their own.
All right, Fabian, thank you so much for joining us today.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Don't forget, you can catch TMZ right here, Fox 13 weekdays at 7 p.m.
Still to come on Studio 13 Live, a special surprise for one boy on his first day of school, thanks to this mascot.
And up next, we are learning how to frost some cookies with the Vintage Baker, how you can take your at-home baking skills to the next level.
It is time now for IDK, where we learn how to do something new.
Yes, and today we are joined by the Vintage Baker, Jessica Dugan. Hey, Jessica.
Hi.
We're so happy to have you here, and we're learning how to make some really tasty cookies. So before we get into all the decorating, which we are very excited about, this one has been chatting about it so much. We're
Only
so
because
excited.
it's your birthday.
Oh,
We gotta,
yeah,
celebrate you.
We do. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the Vintage Baker, though. How did it get started?
Well, I love to eat baked goods, so I have a high standard. So really, I just wanted to make all the things that I wanted to eat. So
Yeah,
really, it's just because I love to eat dessert.
Yeah, okay.
then
You
I
make it sound
decided.
so easy. Where'd you get the name The Vintage Baker?
It was kind of a panic, I'll tell you. I used to own a bakery called The Tattered Apron on Meridian in Puyallup, and I had to close it down after 18 months. And then I was in the hospital because my mom had to have a surgery, and I was like, well, I just can't stop. I have to keep going. And so I kind of panic picked a name, The Vintage Baker. But I really like that it came to that because I take a lot of vintage inspired recipes and make it like fun for today.
Beautiful. And we actually get to do a little bit of work with you today. So what are we doing?
Okay, we're gonna frost a pink cookie. So we're gonna make these look like this.
Great.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna demo. So I'm gonna take my frosting here.
I gotta take notes.
I know.
Okay, so this is a little wonky.
Nice,
So when
nice.
I'm gonna let you guys do it
Oh, okay.
yourselves, okay?
Okay,
And then, so this is how we start.
All right.
So you put a nice
I'll
kind
let
of
you guys
measured
catch up.
amount. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And then
Measure.
you flicker that back and forth.
See, I always just like slam
It's
it.
like an ice cream scoop.
Nice.
You can slam
Okay,
it too. You
cool.
can slam it. There's more than
Sweet.
one way.
Okay. Slam
yes,
and finger method.
perfect,
You know
yeah.
what? There we
It's
go.
your cookie.
It's my
You do whatever
cookie.
you want.
Yeah.
Cookie. Okay, so I like to make a flat surface, but leave a little bit around so you
Okay.
have like a pretty cookie base. Okay.
So like a little crust.
Yeah, a little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you want to make it flat, like this maybe more than like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mine's a little.
Wow, yours is way cuter, of course.
I've also done probably 2.5 million of these.
Really?
No kidding.
Wow.
Well, practice makes perfect, I guess.
Yeah. I
Okay.
call this the Puyallup pink because that's what I'm known for. in Puyallup.
cute. Puyallup pink.
Yeah. Because people know me, people know this cookie.
Yeah.
We were in Puyallup on Friday. We should have come visit you
I
then.
know.
Yeah, we could have demoed in my kitchen.
Nice. Okay.
All right, so that's a good start.
Cool.
So what I'm gonna do is make it really kind of, I'm gonna give it like a little lip or a ring around, okay?
Okay.
Do you see how, and then I'm gonna give it a little whoop, floop.
Oh.
A little.
Swirl?
Yeah, you gotta make the noise though.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you
I don't want to
sprinkle.
hit you with my elbow.
Yours
okay.
looks really good.
I did the whoop.
I don't know how you
I
guys get
said
these
the
like
whoop.
little perfect rows. Okay. Ooh.
See?
I did the same.
now it's
perfect.
perfect.
But you
And now
can't
it's
forget
perfect.
the sprinkles on top because that's really
yes.
what makes it perfect. So grab a little pinch of sprinkles and you know, like Salt Bay.
Yeah, Salt Bay.
Oh,
I love it.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
That's
it.
You also went on the Food Network, which we have to
I was on the
talk
Food
about.
Network, yep.
Tell us about that whole experience.
Yeah, so one day at the bakery, the actual Food Network called me and was, well, not me personally, but my bakery, and said, we love what you do, we love your reviews, you look like a real legit baker. So how about you and your staff apply to come on the show? And I told my staff, anybody who wants to do it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who got chose. So I think it was because I was a little saucy in my interview.
Nice.
I won't tell you what I said that got it, but
Okay.
it was saucy.
I love it.
Oh, nice. Okay, as somebody who has fully ruined a from scratch cake, I know baking is difficult, but how did you get into this?
It just always seemed easy to me. It just, you know how some people are just good at math or just good at mechanics or whatever.
Yeah.
This is just what I'm good at. And I enjoy it so much, and it's like a language of love. So I do it often. I love to do it for people, and it became a thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, we have some other treats on the table here too. Tell us about these.
I wanted to show you guys that this simple little cookie can be so much more, right? So this cookie is actually the same cookie, but I made a lemon meringue cookie out of
Hey.
it. So lemon curd and a little meringue, and you're good to go. And then this one's kind of like a little carnival cookie.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
so
little animal
pretty.
cookies.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cute.
So it's just frosting and animal cookies. So you can really, I think what my point I'm trying to say is you can take anything simple and make it really grand, or just keep it humble. And
Well, I've tried to make pies before, and that is the hardest thing ever. And you have these
Look at that,
beautiful
beautiful.
pies. Tell us the flavors.
this is a whiskey peach pecan.
Okay.
And this one is strawberry rhubarb. And pie is fun. It's easy.
I love it. All right. Well, maybe we should taste our cookies here.
Yeah, I think so. Let's have a little bite. What do we think?
This is fantastic.
Thank
How do you
you.
get the perfect frosting?
Well, many trials and error.
Sure.
And then we kind of developed our flavor and stuck with it. So that's like a signature flavor.
Phenomenal cookie.
Beautiful.
Jessica, thank you so
you.
much. I feel like a little bit more confident in our cookie decorating skills. Thank you so much for teaching us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we put more info about the Vintage Baker up on fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live.
And coming up, we are chatting with the director of the movie Mountainside, a look at the iconic Seattle locations that are featured in the film.
And up next, a dream job for dessert lovers, how you can get paid to watch TV and eat sweets.
Wanna see you smile, take you another mile.
In celebration of the most common birthday, September 9th, by the way, Chuck E. Cheese giving away 500 free birthday parties. So to take part, all you got to do is head to participating locations tomorrow. Write this down, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So you just got a 90-minute window there. One winner will be picked from each location, and then there will be a party for up to 10 kids. It'll cover the cost of pizza, drinks, unlimited games, and even an appearance from Mr. Charles E. Cheese himself. The Bellevue and Silverdale locations are participating. That's fun.
I did not know that was the most common birthday.
Me neither.
I don't know what I would have guessed. Maybe like later in September, you know, to line up with like Christmas or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But I will say that I have 1, 2, 3 different friends that also have a birthday today.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Oh,
So
Virgo
it's
season.
even more common. Yeah, Beyonce's a Virgo.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. If you're still looking for that dream job, a rental company is hiring people to watch TV and eat desserts. What could be better than that? So Big House Experience is looking to pay someone $600 to watch the latest season of the Great British Bake Off and eat some treats. The job involves baking and taste testing various desserts featured on the show, and then, of course, reporting back to the company. Sounds like a sweet gig to me. People can apply on their website by September 25th, and the Great British Bake Off is available to stream on September 12th. What dessert do you feel like you'd be the most excited to taste test there?
Ooh, I get really excited about the showstoppers. So whatever their showstopper cake was, I want to try it. Although bread week is also, it looks very yummy.
Ooh, wait, just tell me more about showstoppers. I actually have never seen British Bake Off.
So British Bake Off usually has like 3 different things they do every day, and one of them is the showstopper. So it's always the most complicated. They get the most time, so that has to be good. But you know, your girl likes the carbs, so bread week sounds like a winner too.
Ooh, I think every day is bread week for me. That sounds good.
It does. It sounds like a dream. Hey, this sounds a little more like a nightmare. Parents in Japan, they're speed dating. Okay, the parents, but not for themselves, for their adult children who are in their 30s and their 40s.
I kind of like this.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us more.
Let me tell you. Parents are paying about $100 to go to these events where they meet other parents with a single child, so a child that's not attached to anyone in a relationship, trying to find them the perfect match. So they come with pictures, they ask questions about relocating, rising living costs, anything else they want to ask, I guess. So would you trust your parents? It sounds like maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I think this could be really successful. And I think that that's because it gives people accountability. With my friends that are out there meeting people on dating apps and going on the dates, sometimes they end up getting treated horribly. They are getting ghosted and breadcrumbed and ignored and they're just left wondering what's going on all the time. But if, you know, someone does that to you when your parents have set you up, you just call your mama and have them call their mama and they'll talk about it, you know?
My mom will hear about this.
My mother will hear about this.
So yes, I did not think of it that way, and I think that is absolutely true. My concern with this is that I feel like, you know, people are complicated and we're different things to different people. And though I think my parents know me super well, do they know me well enough to pick a romantic partner? You know, do they know that aspect about me? So that would leave me kind of wondering.
Yeah, it'd be funny, like your mom picks a bad boy for you or something.
know.
You're like, Mom, come
leather
on, trying to find a
jackets.
good man here. All right, well, this week was the first day of school for a lot of students around the country. It could definitely be a little scary and exciting for some kids. And this little boy in Ohio just got a special surprise on his first day. Not only was he reunited with friends, he also reunited with someone he did not expect to see hidden inside a tiger costume. Check this out. So that's U.S. National Guard Sergeant Perry Chronister surprising his son Eli. After more than a year deployed overseas, he got to be there with his son on the first day of 2nd grade. How sweet is that?
Oh my gosh, that took my breath away. I have to tell you, and I'm sure you've seen it yourself because I know you work with kids in the past, like the immediate joy that children feel is so overwhelming and beautiful to me. I love to see this.
Especially like on the first day of school where there's so many emotions, there's a lot of nerves. You know, it's exciting too, but to put him at ease and make him feel so like loved and safe, I just love this. What a special thing we all got to just watch.
That is beautiful. Now get ready for something gross. We're at a hard left turn here, okay? How often do you wash your towels?
I would say like every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Is that gross?
Well, no, and I'll tell you why. Because a poll by a bathroom supply company found that 1.5 million people in England only wash their bath towel 1 time a year.
Ew.
Yikes! Yeah, so a third of people say that they wash their towels about every 3 months, and experts say you should be washing your towel actually after every 3 uses, which is also more than I do. I think I do like somewhere between every 1 and 2 weeks. I feel like that's normal.
Every 3 uses is a lot because you're clean when you're touching your towel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's using a lot of water.
I think so.
I like our schedule there. But once a year, that's not enough.
Yeah,
you got to do them more.
I will tell you though, my husband and I did have a very one-sided argument once because I found out we were both using the same towel.
Ew.
Even though there were 2 towels.
No.
You know what I mean?
You could.
And he assumed that my towel was the clean, fluffy towel, but no, it's just that nobody was using it.
Oh.
I was like, no!
You
So
can love each other, but you don't want to share a towel and you don't want to share a toothbrush.
No, and so we bought 2 different color towels to solve that problem.
Oh.
All right, still on Studio 13 Live, we're getting a look at the Can Culinary Cabaret's award-winning show, The Hitchcock Hotel, inspired by the Addams Family.
Yep, but first we're going to be sitting down with the cast and director of the movie Mountainside, filmed here in Seattle, where you can catch its premiere this month.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta.
Mountainside is a coming-of-age comedy drama. Dramedy? Yeah, that's filmed right here in Seattle with a dreamy soundtrack featuring Pacific Northwest bands, and it's making its premiere exclusively at the Grand Illusion Cinema this month.
Yes, and today we're getting a preview of the film. So for that, we're joined by the writer and director, Meekish Nichols, and actress Nicole Murat. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us. This is really, really cool.
Yeah, so tell us all about the movie and what inspired you to write it.
Yeah, well, as far as writing goes, I moved to Seattle about 11 years ago, and just like some of the stuff going on in my life, I was a film projectionist and had a friendship that got really complicated, and that kind of was the basis for this movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Beautiful. Okay, so it was filmed entirely in Seattle between 2017 and 2020. So we would love to hear about the fun locations that people might just recognize in the film.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think one of the big ones is the pink elephant that's actually no longer there anymore.
Yeah.
That's a really cool feature.
Got a really beautiful shot of that in the nighttime in the rain, and you can't see that anymore.
Yeah.
We also filmed in the Grand Illusion Cinema where it's having its
Oh, that's so
premiere.
cool.
We've got the opening scene takes place in this underwater sea lab. It's like a movie within a movie kind of situation.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
And we filmed that inside of the underwater dome room at the Seattle Aquarium. And
cool.
yeah, that was
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's always so fun watching like movies or music videos or whatever it is and hoping you can spot, places that you know. That's really cool.
Yeah, this one's got a lot of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Nicole, you play the lead actress, so tell us a little bit about your character and what really drew you to the script in this role.
Well, funny enough, when I was asked to audition, I wasn't coming in for the role of Stella. I was coming in for Gina, and I felt like I matched the description of Gina quite well. And then ended up just randomly reading for Stella, and it went really well, and I got cast. And so it wasn't really until I got the part that I started to delve into the character of Stella. But she is a chain-smoking cinephile. So is
What, that's not you?
absolutely obsessed with movies, especially in the realm of gore and horror.
Okay.
So not my personal preference.
Yeah.
But I really just loved that she was a whole person, but also a caricature at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
She had these really deep elements of being a real human, and yet there was this almost constant 90s nostalgic vibe that just followed her throughout the entire film. And I thought that that was really cool.
Which is so appropriate for the time. I feel like the 90s are making such a comeback. Now, I have to hear from both of you on this. What were your favorite scenes? I feel like maybe you go into a project thinking you're going to love something, but then something else really captures your heart.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to try answering that? Or?
Sure. I mean, my favorite scene to film was the tree drinking scene. It was just a lot of fun to be out in the park and literally like trying to find a good tree that we could climb or not climb. And we were just hanging out outside, and it felt very natural. It felt like we were just talking and playing and having a good time. And I generally like being outside, so that felt like a fun scene to film.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that one was really nice because it's such a good moment because the movie centers around the friendship building basically of Stella and Felix, and that one I think really encapsulates like kind of one of the highest points of their friendship in the movie. And but then also like I said that sci-fi sea labs scene was like one of the best ones to film for me because it was like the most moving parts, crazy costume design and special effects and stuff. It was just so much fun. Yeah.
That sounds like a blast. Well, we're going to get a look at a scene from the film right now. Check this out.
Patch me into SHQ. I want to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, we get it. This is moving way too slow. Maybe this is where the werewolves should come in. No, that seems too rushed. Who am I kidding? This whole scene sucks.
Wow, the drama of it all. that was fun. Okay, so talk to us about the costumes, the props. I mean, that did look very fun.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That one was like, I mean, that was actually this movie I had been writing for a lot of years, and I could never finish it. So I was like, I'm putting it into this one, basically. And one of the other actresses in the movie, she actually was reading parts of the script during the filming of this movie, Mountainside, and was like, please let me help you do the costumes and on the C Lab stuff. And so like we just got that. We got this great special effects makeup artist named Abby Hartung, who does a lot of horror and gore effects here in town, and she did the werewolf snouts and everything. And yeah, it was a whole lot.
So fun. I watched the trailer for it this morning, and I did not expect to see any of that just based on the trailer. So I was like, this is cool. I know, a lot of movie magic happens behind the scenes, but I just want to know kind of about your favorite behind the scenes memories. Anything like interesting or funny or weird that happened or things that would surprise fans?
Well, we were talking earlier about like some of the locations. We've got like the Gum Wall and the Fremont Troll, which are such classic Seattle spots. But like we filmed, in front of a ton of people. They're huge tourist attractions. So like people were everywhere. But yet we somehow managed to like get these great shots of just the two of us in the frame, and all these people just stood around and were super nice and polite and just let us film our thing. And
That was really cool. So special to come upon that, to see it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How was it for you to like have to, as a professional actor, act while there's these people just staring at you, maybe with their phones out?
I guess it's just never really bothered me.
Yeah?
When you're dropped in, and the people around you are just like a part of the story.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, we did talk about your amazing soundtrack in the film. So talk to us about who people might hear.
Yeah. Oh man, that's right. I'm really glad that you asked that. I was super lucky to have so many local musicians that just basically donated their music and gave me permission to use their songs. Got this wonderful recurring song called "Hey Suzanne" by Posse. And then this band Antonioni, they contributed almost an entire EP basically. And Spine Readers does a lot of original songs for it. They're a Bellingham band. And then also this one artist, Real Guy, he's got like the end theme to the movie. And there's lots of beautiful, dreamy.
I love that. The soundtrack just really takes it to the next level. So Mountainside, it's premiering at Grand Illusion Cinema this month. Tell us kind of when people can watch it and chat with the cast and crew as well.
Yeah, September 19th through 21st. It'll be at the Grand Illusion Cinema in the University District. And I will be there all 3 days, and I'll actually be a projectionist there on that Thursday, so I'll be running the movie.
He does it
so
all.
cool.
He does it all. Mika Nicole, thank you so much. We have posted more information on Mountainside on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio 13 Live.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, Can Culinary Cabaret. They're going to be performing in studio. We're getting a look at their upcoming show, The Hitchcock Hotel.
And don't forget, if you missed anything on today's show, or maybe you want to watch it twice, you can find it on our website. Head over to fox13seattle.com/Studio 13 Live.
Can Culinary Cabaret is bringing the Halloween spirit to their upcoming show, The Hitchcock Hotel.
And today we're getting a sneak peek with director Chris Pink, choreographer Faye Pink, and performers. All right, Jonathan, Shadow, Nick, Tori, Sasha, and Ray. Welcome, everybody.
So good.
We're so happy to have you here again. So tell us about this award-winning show and the inspiration for it.
It's our new holiday classic. It was sort of inspired by, say, cult B-movie sort of vintage, the Munsters, Rocky Horror Picture Show, the Addams Family, that sort of thing. And we've sort of made our own story, original show based on it.
And this is a show you're bringing back by popular demand. What do you think people love most about it?
I think the show quickly became a fall time, spooky season favorite for most of our audiences. And I think a night at Can is just a great time to get dressed up, grab your significant other or have a girls' night and have delicious food and drinks and watch like an amazing theatrical spectacular.
And we know how amazing all of the performances are already, so this is just so exciting. What can people expect from the music and the singing of the show?
It's super quirky. As far as the singing goes, all of the songs are original and sung by our amazing vocalists, Tori and Nick, whom you'll see today. And the music in general, I would say, kind of feels like, I don't want to say Danny Elfman-ish. It kind of has that vibe. It's quirk and fun and very Halloween-y.
Yeah.
Can I say that on TV?
Of course. You've won awards for Best Choreography and Ensemble Performance. Tell us about the cast and kind of what it takes to bring this whole production to life.
Yeah, so we took home 5 Broadway World Awards for this show, which was awesome. And we really couldn't have done it without this amazing, talented cast of performers. We feel so lucky to work with them. And we spend hours in rehearsal crafting dance numbers, creating the technical elements of the show, rhinestoning, shadow, those are costumes, lots of rhinestones. Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into these shows.
Beautiful. A lot
And
of
the
work.
choreographer.
Yes. A wonderful choreographer, a lot of work, a mess of talent, of course. And we are so lucky because we get a sneak peek of the Hitchcock Hotel. Let's take it away.
I'm a little confused. I'm here to answer the advertisement I saw in the paper. I'm looking for is there a position that needs filling for the Hitchcock Hotel? Oh, wow. Hi, how you doing? I'm John Kingsley. It's nice to meet you both.
Welcome to the Hitchcock Hotel. You'll get to know us quite well. I'm Franklin, my dear. Have no fear. You'll fit right in, I can tell.
He'll fit right in, we can tell. You'll fit right in, I can tell.
Don't know what's happening right now.
Warmest regards, dear friend. Where do we even begin? It may seem alarming, it's really quite charming. You're gonna fit right in. Though things may not seem familiar, this encounter with the peculiar, there's no rhyme or reason, 'tis Hitchcock season. Merry dance and fare thee well. Welcome to the Hitchcock Hotel. It seems to be going quite well. Let's celebrate the season, give all the more reason. It's time to ring the bell.
Mabel, I think it's time for a dance break.
I really don't know what's happening right now. What kind of place is this? Wow. This is pretty wild. I still don't know what's happening right now. Okay. You're all so sparkly. It's really fun looking. Oh my gosh. Whoa. What happens next? Oh, wow. Do you guys practice this often, or is this kind of a new idea? Oh, this feels good. Oh, that was amazing.
Wow. The talent, the grace.
I don't know if you heard us laughing behind the scenes. That was amazing. Wow. What's been your favorite part of being in the Can Culinary Cabaret?
It's a series of things. We get to make incredible art. We get to celebrate birthdays, bachelorettes, awkward family moments every night of the week. And we get to do it with all these beautiful, incredibly kind and talented people, and it just doesn't get much better.
Yeah.
Okay, your acting job was stellar. I believe something had taken over his body. How do you do that?
I really shine at 10:30 in the morning. That's when I peak.
I'm impressed because y'all have late shows too.
That's
We
true.
do. We do. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's we just have so much fun. We get to play every night with each other, and it's just a really incredibly fun time at Can. And
any like behind the scenes moments you can tell us about, or any like funny rehearsal?
There's always some really awkward moments with us backstage where things are going incredibly right and we're all goofing around.
Sure.
Or they're going incredibly wrong and we're all panicking backstage when the curtains open and then everyone's got their smiles on, and it's always bonding one way or the other. Yeah.
We know a little bit about that, but not the dancing. all of you, just really amazing. What is it like for you, Faye, to work with such a talented group? My goodness.
The thing that stands out to me is how smart they all are. So in any given situation in rehearsal, they're given a chunk of choreography, how quickly they remember things, and they bring their own personality to it in ways that are just constantly entertaining.
Speaking
as
of
a choreographer, yeah.
Speaking of choreography, what have been like some of like maybe the hardest moves to learn? I mean, I know you were sort of like joking, like you were, you know, trying to catch up during the show, but what have been, one of the more challenging moves that you had to learn?
Personally, I'm built a little bit like a linebacker, so I'm not, like there's some flexibility issues with my shoulders, so there's some moments in rehearsals where you'll see beautiful movement on everyone else, and I just look like I'm stuck in a pose. So, that's just a personal moment.
Sorry about that. You always pull it off.
Absolutely. The yoga will get you there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, and we have to know, what does it feel like when a performance is making a return? Because people loved it so much, that has to feel good as an artist.
It's super exciting. Yeah, this particular performance. It was interesting because when we first launched it, we thought we sort of loved it internally, but then once we started spreading it out kind of to the outside of our internal sort of mechanism, we started to see that other people liked it as much as we did, and it was an instant sort of love with the cast too. And then when you have something like that, it to the audience joy and greatness just comes out tenfold.
Beautiful.
Yeah. When can people catch this, and how do they get tickets? Give them all the good info.
September 21st through November 12th. You can go to cancan.com to get tickets, and you can check for updates on our Instagram at CanCanSeattle.
Beautiful.
Thank
That was
you.
so much fun. Yeah. Thanks for bringing your talents here.
Thanks for having us.
We've posted more info on the Can Culinary Cabaret up on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. See you later.
Have a great one.
Bye.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds.